So this is how to fix the rear door handle for this type of Camry. I think it's 2002-2006. Here's a short video on how to do that. The issue we have here is the handle coming up there when you try and open it. So these are the tools you'll need. Pair of needle nose pliers. This for just popping interior plastics, just a flat blade, any kind of flat blade. Your Toyota toolkit would do for your Phillips, and in fact for the flat blade for that matter. And also you need, I think that's a T25, could be a T30 Torx. First of all, we're going to undo this panel. There are two screws down here, one there, and one there, and then two hidden ones. So there's one in here. There you go. And there's one in here as well. So I've undone this one down here. See the hole? There it is. And this one here, there it is there. And this one up here, you might actually need a flat blade. There you go, the little one hiding behind here. There it is. So that's that one out there. And the only other one, because they're all poppers around this whole door, so you just pry them off nice and easy and just snap back on afterwards. But there's just this little guy here. Okay, so again, you just need to get this under here and then get your needle nose pliers. Just pull, oops, you don't want to pop the plastic, and then undo this one here, which you can undo just by pushing this down the way. Push this one in. So, yeah. What has been revealed is one last one here. This guy. Okay. So there's one last one to undo here, which is this one here, and then the whole thing will come away. Okay, so that one's out now. So we can just pull the whole door out and away. Now once the door's off, you need to just undo these, which is nice and easy. Just pull them back towards you, or away from you even, depending which way you're going. And then these little ball things just come right out, both sides. Nice. And you can take the whole door card away. Okay, so that's what we're left with. Now it has this extra sticky sludge around here, which try not to get it on you, because I just did the other side there. It's me having washed my hands a couple of times now. It's very hard to get this stuff off. Okay, so we're going to then undo this, get this out of the way, and then undo these three screws here. It has to be done, unfortunately, to get to the panel. This one, it's nice and easy. You just get your flat blade again, and then just push that down and out it comes. Okay, easy as that. Next step is to pull this apron down. It's really sticky stuff. Get that out of the way. Okay, and then we're getting closer to our lock mechanism. Alright, that bolt, we're going to undo that, and see that sweet little tab there? That is amazing. It's just typical Toyota, they think of everything. So when you undo that, that little tab stops the screw from falling into the door, which would be a right pain in the backside. So and it's the same in the other one, so you'll never lose that screw, which is amazing. So we're just going to undo these three screws. For that you need one of these. So now I've undone these three. We're going to just to show you that little peg there, that is part of the door mechanism, and that slots over. You can, it's hard to see actually, but it slots over kind of like a, can you see that now? Your little sort of thing that looks like a nail, and just make sure when you slot that back in that pops over the nail thing. Okay, it'll mean that the door handle actually works. So we're just going to slide this out now. So what you do, push that in there, and away it comes. Okay. And may as well get this right out of the way. Okay, so pull it out of this kind of sticky apron as well, and just completely cast at one side. That goes back in easy, by the way, so don't worry too much. And now we're just going to get at these little screws. Okay, so it doesn't look that much different, but that's loose now. And so that corresponds to this side here. Okay, so we've got that all loose. And now we're going to do the one on this side. So if you can see, where you can see that one is actually up in here. Sorry, just trying to line that up. See that one? I'm going to undo that one now. Okay. Sometimes you need to actually give it a bit of persuasion yourself, just to get that out. Just a simple pull will do. Now here you have to be careful because there's a kind of a spring mechanism that's for this door, so it has that great sort of springy feel and pops back into position when you pull the handle. Unless you want to get into the fine details of how that mechanism works, like I did, it's best just to leave it where it is. So if you pull back on this, that kind of brings it away from the little tab, and then hopefully we can leave it in situ so we don't actually have to muck around with the spring on that, because that's a pain in the backside. So what I've done is I've actually just pulled that back and then pulling it out, and it's taken away from the tab. Okay, so now I'm going to get my new handle to stick on in there. That's the bit that's broken there. So these are the handles that I bought off eBay for from a Chinese vendor for $24.69, and they're fine. The only thing that's not that great is notice the original has a smaller diameter hole, so that means that the new one just won't go on it. But the thing is, this isn't one that's broken, although it does have a bit of polish on it. So I'm not caring too much as long as the handle's okay, which it is. It's come in a gloss black, which is kind of strange, but there you go. It's that's how they were originally. So I'm going to slot that back in now. Now I don't know if you can see that tab there, but that little tab needs to this hook needs to kind of hook that tab, and if it doesn't, then the door mechanism isn't going to work. So you need to kind of slot it back in that way in order for this to work properly, and hopefully don't knock this off its spring, because then you have to, as I said before, just disassemble the whole system inside, which is, I mean, it's maybe take you about half an hour to figure it out, but it's a bit of a pain. So that's been slotted on now. What I had to do was that little tab that I was showing you, just I had to hold that and slip it over the kind of the arm of the new handle, and then that was when the handle was all the way over this side, because that's how it slots in, and then after that you just you can slip it back this side, and then it's actually on its handle, so it's actually properly working. So now it's just a simple case of tightening up this screw and then this one here with the old thing back on, depending on whether you got yours from China or not. Okay, so we're going to slot that in this way around, making sure these go through the hole in your apron there. Okay, and getting this little hammer thing here between those two legs in the peg, which it can sometimes just go in there by itself anyway, so just solder it in and see what happens. Okay, so the screws aren't tight or anything, they're not even in, but you can see the that little hammer is between the two legs of the peg, so that's good. And then we're just going to put some screws in here and tighten these up. Those screws are in now, so what we're going to do is pop the door card back on, just pop this back in here, like that, and just click these into where they go on the door card. This will put it back up again now. And you can see that the top one goes for the white one, bottom one's green, and you just slot those little balls in where they're supposed to go, and clip these two guys in here, and we're good to hang the door card back on. From the top down. By the way, it's probably a good idea to wash your hands before you start fitting the interior panel. Some hands are semi-clean now. Just went over this with some wet wipes. They clean absolutely everything. So I'm just going to go for this screw, fling that back in there first of all, and then we'll get the switches back in and the other screws back on, and that little plasticky one I was telling you about that goes in there. Yeah, we're going to pop that back in. Now, if you've forgotten which screws are which, these little round-headed ones are for the interior panels, the ones that are hidden, and the other ones are the ones that you do see, the ones with a hex on them there for the very bottom of the door, and those are visible at all times. Okay. Slot that back in. Okay, and then like that. Okay. Last thing. Putting this thing in here the right way around. There's two directions it can go, and that's the wrong way. So there we go. Slots in. And that's that. Oh yeah, door handle working perfectly.